What do you need to hear right now? Hi, Roses. You're watching Roses Are Red at the Psychic Ward. And today's question is, what do you need to hear right now? What's on your spirit? Okay, so that's the question. And you can go ahead and pick your piles. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. And I'm going to separate each section so you can skip ahead if you like. Okay, so these are your 3 piles, and you can choose what's calling to you. What do you need to minister to your spirit right now? Words of encouragement, security, whatever it is that spirit has for you. What messages we're going to open up for right now. Okay, so you can pull and pick what pile you're attracted to. Timestamps are in the description. Okay, so take all the time you need, and I'm going to start with pile 1. All right, hi pile 1. So you want to know what messages Spirit has for you right now. We're asking what you need to hear, and so this may be something that you need to tell yourself, or that Spirit is trying to reach you, but maybe you're just not hearing it for some reason. Okay, so we have a lot of cards here, and the first thing that's coming out is humbleness. So I'm going to take some time to really meditate over this energy, because I feel like it may be a message of tough love. Like maybe someone feels like they want to be coddled and loved, but in order to feel that, you have to love someone else or love yourself. Okay, so I'm going to take some time and I'll be right back. So one of the items that comes in your reading is a crown of thorns. It's meant to mock the person wearing it. Like whoever's wearing it is... Okay, so basically they want to wear a crown of jewels, but they're given a crown of thorns instead. And it's supposed to be for someone who's maybe being too greedy or expecting too much out of life. So I don't know how that is something that you may need to hear, that possibly what you're chasing after is not better than what you're leaving behind, that the grass isn't greener. That's for some people. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but that's the message that I'm getting. Okay, so there's a story of Jesus teaching people all over town, all over Israel. They mention children. They mention the even the least of he is loving. We also see someone being at Jesus's foot. So it seems like, because I'm getting this energy that someone is asking for help, like, please show me mercy, please show me kindness, etc., etc. And they're kind of praying to God, but it's like those prayers are going to a man who is nailed to a cross. And if you can even picture that for a second, you can imagine how painful that is. So can he hear all of these cries? It's almost like, yeah, I don't know who this is for. This is for you, or someone who is pleading and begging to you to help them when you're in a situation that some might say you can't even help yourself, and you're calling on God as well. So, okay, that's for someone. So this energy here is a detailed description of a sacrifice being made by Aaron and Moses in the Old Testament to God to atone for the sins of the Israelites. So this is something they did when they felt bad, when they felt like they did something that was against God. They felt like they were full of sin, and like they were asking for mercy. Like if they didn't receive this forgiveness, that they were going to die in some way, whether spiritually or physically. And that's what Jesus did for us. He's the ultimate sacrifice. We don't have to go around burning lambs and sheep and whatever else you feel like you have to sacrifice and get rid of just so God can love you. That love is already yours as long as you accept that Jesus died for you. Then he died for you. He died for everyone who accepts that he died for them. So that's what I'm getting. That it's really hard to do what he did. So there are some people who are trying to do what he did. And there were only 12 in the Bible, disciples who literally follow him around doing what he did and trying to be just like him. But most of the people, if they could sit and listen to his teachings, that was good enough. Majority of us weren't even alive while he was doing this, so we just have to go by faith and accept that he did it for us in our place. Okay, so that's for someone. I could be speaking to someone who's a mother or someone who is in a mothering position. Maybe some of y'all who are in this position may feel like you are being burdened, or it's also the energy of specifically a mother who feels ashamed. Maybe she wasn't married when she had her children, or maybe I don't know why she feels ashamed, but there's some shame here. And the result is that God loves you regardless of whatever the shame is, what is called for. The word is harlot that's being used, and this harlot is being saved by Jesus' disciples. They burned down the city but saved this one harlot. And whatever the story is like you're loved by God regardless. I feel like that's the message, regardless of how you get your money, how you get your children, or what type of work you do. Physically know that your physical body is loved by God. Okay, so this is very interesting. We have the plaited crown of thorns coming up again, and this is the story of Jesus being crucified, being questioned by Pilate. What is truth? Aren't you a king? Etc. Pilate is asking him questions, and the Jews are saying, crucify him instead of a robber. Give us some random robber instead of Jesus, the King of the Jews. Okay, it's very interesting because Jesus is king of a realm that is not of this world. And so in the world, he was being bullied. He was being harassed. He was being chased and followed and stalked, and people questioning every aspect of everything he said. The reason why they crucify him is because he made himself the Son of God, even though it's just they said he was the Son of God. They said that he was the King of the Jews, etc., etc. But they were going to kill him no matter what. And so I feel like that brings us back to this humbleness and humility. And this is actually the crown of thorns that is coming up here. And then we have, I'm not sure if you can see all of this, but a crown of thorns. Yeah, you probably can't see it, but yeah, that's just interesting. So I'm going to move on. For some of y'all may feel like you're being chastised. Like someone said you were this, you were that. You think you're better than me. You think this, da, 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 and it's all words they're trying to put in your mouth and crucify you for their own insecurities. Here is a quote. My lover is mine and I am his. I feel like somebody is jealous of a relationship you have with God. This could be a man that's jealous of you. This could be another woman that's jealous of you. God and yourself, the Holy Spirit, your own personality, your own spirit. But this could also be a relationship that you have with another physical person who is also connected to God. You two could both be being harassed and challenged. Also, the song, I'm not sure who sings it, but the lyrics go, nobody want to see us together, but da-na-na-na-na-na. I'm not sure how that song goes, but I've been hearing that song. So that could be for some people, like you and a couple are being harassed because you two are meant to be together. But also this man could be Christ. You're connected to Christ. You're connected to God. And people are jealous about that. And that's what's making them feel insecure. And that's why they're trying to punish you for their own feelings of insecurity. So from this message, this passage here, I feel like there could be some entities around you who are trying to show how tough they are, show how strong and mighty they are. God is stronger than them, and he's going to show you exactly how much stronger he is. Well, I'm not sure if that's exactly how to word it, but he's definitely stronger, and you're going to see. Okay, there's a date that comes up. November 24th could be significant to someone. There's a message here to not do what your fathers did, or basically like breaking away from tradition, not following the trends, not bending to conformity. So there's an angel here that's comforting someone, And I feel like that's related to this question: what does spirit need to tell you, or what do you need to hear from spirit right now? So um, you could be being visited by angels who are going to tell you exactly what you need to hear and comfort you, because it seems like this is kind of not typical. Whatever you're feeling, like people are at peace around you that shouldn't be at peace. Like they've got you anxious and feeling like all the tension is on you when they should be the ones who are afraid. Basically, it's not you the one who should be feeling all of these anxious emotions. It should be them. And that's what the angel is coming in to say, that he's going to stir things up and give you that peace that belongs to you. So the number 24 is coming up again. 4 and 20, 4 and 20. Also the number 4. We see 4 horses. We see 4, what is this? 4 beasts. So it could just be 4 horses, 4 beasts, or just, I'm seeing something stable like a square. I'm seeing a box. This could also be 25. The number 25 could be important. So right here, we see this is Revelation chapter 6, verse 3 or verse 2. Revelation 6, verse 2, where someone is receiving a crown. And I just feel like this crown, in the context of this reading, is the original crown of thorns. It's almost like you wear thorns, because it's your calling and it's part of the prophecy that you're fulfilling. Like it hurts to be who you are, but it just goes into the fierceness that you're going to be dealing with your enemies, like why they really should be afraid of you. So this is coming up twice, that people are asking, how long, oh Lord, how long will you avenge our death? And this is not typically what you would hear, is like, how long do we have to suffer? But in this case, God is slaying your enemies to the point where you're like, how long do they have to suffer because of what they did? Like, you're the one that's listening to them cry and scream. So also there's the 5th seal, the 1st seal, the 2nd seal, the 5th seal. It goes all the way up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That may be the last one. Maybe it goes up to 6. But in any case, I feel like that's going back to this woman who feels ashamed because it's like, well, she's not a virgin, type of energy. And I feel like everybody has their purpose, especially when it comes to mothers. I feel like it really doesn't need to be said just how important mothers are. All right, but for the purposes of this reading, what you need to hear: if you are a mother, you are very, very, very special and very important. I don't know if this is funny or not, but I kind of chuckle at reading this, that some of these guys who are being tortured by God are asking the mountains to fall on them so that they can hide from Jesus, because of just like how much pain he is causing to these people. It's like when he overturned tables, but after the apocalypse. Okay, so let's get into these cards, because that's really intense. This energy is very intense. That it gets more and more intense as we go. Just how much God loves you, and He's going to actually get revenge on your enemies. It's not just going to be a case of you forgiving and forgetting. So someone may need to hear that. Let's pull some cards for, oh yeah, the Tower. Yeah, something is definitely crashing and coming down in your life, but I feel like it's not you. It's everything around you may be falling apart. And this is at a time when your enemies feel very at peace and very safe and very comfortable. Like, it's almost like they're sitting in the eye of the storm. You could be the eye of the storm. They're living in your vibe and your flow, not realizing what's happening, that you're calling on God. You have strength here. Queen of Feathers. And then you have 3 of Chalices in reverse, which usually speaks about some gossiping energy. Maybe there's some people who's talking about you. That's not going to last very long. If it's people gossiping about you and having fun on your time, on your dime, there's a really strong warning. Like, even how do I say, like, just don't laugh at other people's problems, because that's almost like a sure fact that karma's going to come right back around. It's like, it feels like the laughter is the first thing that's dealt with. But yeah, somebody's being dealt with, and it's because you're remaining strong in the situation. I feel like you could be surrounded by lions right now in the lion's den, and they're just like, if you just move one muscle, it's over for you. And you're staying strong and keeping your faith, keeping your thoughts on Christ, and keeping your thoughts positive, and that's the only thing that's saving you. But these people just don't have a chance. Don't be sad for them. You have disappointment, regret, forgiveness. These could have been your friends at some point, because we have the 3 cups turned over to coincide with this is 3 of cups and 5 of cups. It just, the energy, it looks like it's explaining what happened with these 3 of cups. Like, maybe you lost some friends, maybe they turned against you, or it was somebody you admired and looked up to, and they just decided to screw you over instead of being friendly with you. Then you have 8 of earth. Like, you could be someone who really values friendship, and whoever you want to be close to doesn't care. They're just thinking about the money, and there's no shame in that. But it's just like, well, you're protected as well. You could be dealing with some witches. Maybe you're dealing with some witches or something, and they just feel like, oh, you lose, you snooze, or you snooze, you lose. And they're just stealing your energy left and right. But at the end of the day, it's just like, it's more dangerous for them. Let's see. It's toxic. It's real toxic to get close to this energy. Okay, then you have renewal. You have renewal and 9 of earth. Because I feel like in the long run, whatever they thought they were taking from you, and this may be why you feel insecure momentarily, or you need to hear the voice of God even more clearly, because I feel like they're trying to cut you off in some way. You have 6 of coins here, moon and Taurus. Some of y'all could be feeling depressed or lazy, but not really lazy, just like you're doing as much as you can and trying to move forward. And at some point, you are going to run into some obstacles that's going to need you to slow down and really think about what's going on. But I feel like in the long run, you're going to walk away with whatever they thought they were taking from you. Like, now you just learn to value yourself a little more, because they clearly value you enough to want to steal your identity. And you're being renewed. Or someone's renewing their hope and faith in you. Face your financial fears. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. So yeah, this was the energy, like somebody was just trying to be a partner, like a business partner with you, and I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. So maybe someone is feeling like, well, these guys aren't really my friends because they only care about money. But you're going to learn how to value money as well, or learn not that your worth is a monetary thing, because Jesus is the King of heaven, but that you are allowed to make money, and that's not a bad thing. So what card do we need to pull? Okay, I'm going to pull your strength card, and I'm going to pull the Tower card just to see how they're connected in this deck. And some final messages on what you may need to hear, what the Spirit has right now. So just listen out. Let's get... Okay, so let's go ahead and get the Tower card and see what messages. Okay, so yeah, so it seems like you were appreciated in the past. In the past, you were appreciated, but maybe not as much as you expected, because something broke down for you. And also for whoever these people are just bothering you, they could have been very popular and not used to being challenged on a real level, because I feel like you speak the truth and you live in the light, and you're just not afraid of the consequences of that, whereas they're very afraid and they care so much about what other people think, which is a good thing in some ways, but it leaves them vulnerable. So we have the Tower in reverse. It has continued oppression, trap, confinement, locked in old ways, weak foundation, and avoidance. So maybe this is what you need to hear, that they're going to be dealt with, that they're not going to get away they're not going to get away with trying to trap you in some way, trying to steal your joy and replace it with their misery. And then we have the Strength in reverse. Weakness, doubt, impatience, pettiness. Yeah, they could have been being really petty, and I feel like they also they plan to appear weak. Like, I'm getting the carry energy. They wanted to act like they were your friends just so they could mock you and make fun of you, and you're gonna walk away with more confidence, knowing that you can wear this crown of thorns with pride. Wear this crown of thorns with respect for yourself, and know that you're strong enough to bear it, and that you don't have to go trying to be like other people and stealing other people's blessings. That they literally cannot take what belongs to you. They cannot handle what you carry. God is able to make all grace abound toward you. When he hath tried me, I shall come forth as gold. So I feel like that's the last message. Like, you're going to get rich off of this situation. You can see that. You're going to get rich off of this situation. And let's just see if we can get a clear image here. Well, yeah, so you're getting some money out of it in some way. And even if it's just you caring more about yourself and realizing that these people that you look up to are looking at you like a piece of gold, like a fresh piece of meat, and they don't much as you can value yourself, knowing that but they will just run right through you and on to the next. So I feel like that's it for this energy. If that was related to your situation anyway, if it resonated, let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. You can also book a personal reading with me to get closer to your actual situation, and I look forward to that. If that's something you're interested in, you can also join my members only. But that's the energy that I have here. Like, someone is gonna get their payback one way or another, okay? And that's it. That's all there is to it. Yeah, you're gonna wear your crown, you're gonna wear your robe, and play the cards that God dealt you, because that's your life, and it's not greener on the other side. The grass isn't greener on the other side, okay? All right, energy I have, and I'm gonna go over to pile number 2. Hi, pile 2. I'm really curious to know what you need to hear right now, so I'm just going to take a look at your cards. Okay, so first off, I feel like it needs to be said that there are multiple parallel universes out here, and many of us, everyone's mostly manifesting, whether they know it or not. People are manifesting against your will. People are manifesting against answer no. They don't take no for answer. And a lot of people are delusional. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing. And so it's something that you have to stay close to yourself and focus on what you care about, and kind of ignore people who are trying to be part of your life that you don't want part of your life, trying to get close to you. People trying to get close to you, people trying to be your friend, trying to paralyze you in a situation, so basically push you up against a wall so you can't choose, so you can't say no to them, because they know the answer is no. And yeah, so they're trying to manifest you to be their friend. All right, so let me dive a little deeper. So there's a message here to abide by the spirit and operate in the spirit, because you may be being chased and harassed by some people who don't respect your spirit, and they don't respect the spirit at all. If you're not understanding this word spirit, it's really your emotional aspect, your mind, what's in the realm that cannot necessarily be seen if you're not focusing on it. It's like they only heed to the law, 911, call the cops. That's the realm that they live in. Is like, well, if you don't have a gun and you're not gonna call the cops, or you call the cops and there's no proof, then they can do whatever they want. That's the world they live in. They don't obey the spirit and the law of the spirit, but you do. That's why. So use your discernment. Okay, you have this card of discernment here. Let's pull it in the frame. And this is what you chose. So truth and clarity is what's important to you. It's not about other people being able to prove you right or wrong, or you being able to prove people right or wrong. Is what you sense in your heart and you know to be true. This is what you focus on, because this is the law that you live by. So there's importance here to stay hopeful, because it's your hope that's actually leading you to where you're going. And so I find it very interesting that you got this message that says, hope is not what we see. It says here, for we are saved by that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? But if we hope for what we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. And then you have this woman who is blindfolded. So I find that interesting, that maybe some of y'all feel like you aren't seeing the full picture, or there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you can't exactly see. God sees, and it's important that you remain hopeful. And also, you might not even know what to pray for because you can't see what's going on. The spirit knows what you need to hear. Okay, so back on our topic, what you need to hear right now, the spirit knows what you need to hear. And the spirit sees your situation fully and completely. The big blue picture from a satellite, everything that's going on around you. I feel like it's not super necessary that you take this blindfold off and peek around, look around and see what's going on, because I feel like you might not even have the option of fixing this problem. It's only hope that's saving you. So it says here, who are kept by the power of God through faith unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time. That's also very interesting. And then we're talking about people who are reserved for heaven, because that message of being revealed in the last time. And then we're talking about faith. So that seems very relevant. Like maybe it's something you don't know that's going to be revealed to you. It could even be a surprise party for some people. I'm calling it. Let me know if that resonates. A surprise party, or something that's going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of right now, but it's gonna be revealed later exactly what it is. This is actually terrifying how related this message is. Okay, so it says, whom having not seen ye love, in whom though now ye see him not, ye yet believing, ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory. Let me just get a closer look at, let me see what this is actually talking about, because that's a lot. That's 1 Peter 1. 1 Peter 1 verse 8. Let me see what this is saying. 1 Peter 1 verse 8. It says, ye have not seen Christ, but still you love him. You cannot see him now, but you believe in him. So you are filled with a joy that cannot be explained, a joy full of glory. Wow, that's a big difference in the wording. Okay, so it's mentioning this issue of you not being able to see. Maybe somebody is going through a surgery for their eyes. I don't know, like somebody wants to see so badly what's going on. Almost for some people it's like, mind your business. Not to be rude, but it feels like stretching and squinting and trying to see in other people's life is making them want to suck in your attention. That's why they suck so badly. Like I feel like they feel like you're watching them, and they love that feeling of being watched. They feel like a star. They feel like they have an audience. Maybe it's meant for you to just mind your business, back away from the situation, retreat. It's like a lobotomy. Just don't focus on what they're doing. The word suffering is coming up multiple times, like suffering with the spirit. There's some mention here of being obedient, being like obedient children, suffering with Christ. your loins. But then when guarding your loins comes up, another message feels very important to share. This could be either side of this spectrum of guarding your loins. I feel like once you put yourself on guard, now it's like a fight, and you're gonna attract people who want to fight you. This whole being on guard, because I feel like the more you relax and just let go of the tension, the better you feel, the more comfortable you are. People like to feed off of your energy. They like to copy you. They like to mirror you. And if you hold up a staff or a spike or some sort of a weapon, that's what you're going to see in the mirror. If you're relaxed, that's what you're going to see. People around you are relaxed, and people who cannot stand to relax are going to be afraid and run away. So that's a message specifically about guarding your loins, and releasing tension, watching the tension leave. Yeah, that's important for you to watch the tension leave. And this could be something you do blindfolded or not, because it's within you. So I just saw fortunate, and then I looked over and I saw my people will receive a double portion, and instead of disgrace. My people will receive a double portion instead of disgrace. Just as I see the fortunate, lucky, favorable, and advantageous. So, and then with the tension talk is another message to that no one can see you. No one can see what's inside of you, your thoughts and feelings and all of that. They're really just responding to the outside, which is a projection of how you feel. In some cases, if you're not making a connection with people, because this type of thing can happen through the walls. I don't know how deep this is getting for some of y'all, but it's like you're in a box and people are standing around this box, and they're just kind of connecting with the energy. They don't really see you at all. Okay, but yeah, so there's fortune coming towards you. You're very fortunate. You're very lucky. It says a large amount of money, wealth, riches, whatever good happens to you is a lucky situation here. Something about counting time, and you also going with the rhythm and knowing when the time is right to do something, like make a move and do something. It's important, and you know exactly when that moment is. So it's saying that you will be adorned with jewels, clothed in the garments of salvation, a robe of righteousness. This robe could be important to you. Also, the word robbery comes up. I heard robbery in a previous reading. I'm not sure if that was the pick a card before this one or pile one that I heard. There's something about robbery, but you being replenished for whatever people think they're stealing. It's like when people, I don't know if this is still a case, but it used to be when people rob a bank, the money, like, it explodes in some way. I'm not sure. I think they put an ink bomb in the bag or something. I'm not sure. I saw this in movies, but this could be the case with you and your energy. If they try to steal something from you, it just explodes in their face. Yeah, because there was a message here about old wine and new bottles, and something exploded in their face. I think that was pick a card before this one. But you're being replenished for all of that people think they're taking away from you, and to rest in the assurance that you're covered in jewels, you're covered in salvation, is a peacefulness that starts in the mind. So yeah, when it comes to guarding your loins, that could be for some people, but I feel like really just relax with the guards here. This is a reading, so do what you feel is right. Use your discernment if you feel comfortable relaxing, because I feel like it's, it depends if you're in a situation where you can relax. But personally, for this reading, I feel like it's important that you just release the tension, watch it leave, and envision these jewels and robes around you. And don't be nervous about that. Look at this. It says, the Lord has sworn by his right hand, by his mighty arm, never again will I give your grain as food for your, and never again will foreigners drink the new wine for which you have toiled. Wow, we were just talking about new wine and people trying to take something from you. It's not going to happen again, but those who harvest it will eat and praise the Lord, and those who gather the grapes will drink it. Basically, you're going to be able to reap your own harvest, and this new wine that you're working for, it can only come once you have a new bottle. So you've been working to manifest a whole new person physical, spiritually, and all of those parasites that you were dealing with. Y'all could be fasting. Yeah, this sounds like someone's fasting, and after you go through this process, 2 days, 3 days, I don't know how long it is. Talk to a doctor if you feel like you need to. But it feels like after you go through that process, you're not going to have any of the issues you had before. People trying to feed off your energy and just getting all caught up and tangled in every move and thought you make. This fasting that you do, it could be something that you do once a year. I'm just seeing it and I'm hearing it. It's not necessarily food that you abstain from, but something else that you abstain from. That could just be for one day out of the year. Maybe this is someone's birthday or some sort of a celebration or holiday. Okay, I don't know how obvious and clear I need to be with this message, but for some of y'all could be abstaining from sex during your menstruation or something like that, or something that you were doing, some sort of sexual activity that you were doing. Is you're gonna pause that while your period is on? I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna talk too much about this, but there's also some energy here of someone running running a red light orally. Something about this person needs to be cut off. So there's some very heavy energy here about incest and to stay away from that. So I feel like possibly someone may exhibit signs of developmental delays. Yeah, so basically someone is slow. And there's also energy or a story of the tortoise and the hare. So I just read that recently and it just seemed like it stood out for some reason. Now I feel like it's coming up again. Something about the slow guy winning. Steady and slow wins the race, or slow and steady wins the race. You might not know why you're having trouble. Something to do with your parents. Maybe those guys are related. I don't know how that fits your story or what's going on here, but it's saying that you're not going to suffer for what your parents did. It says right here, and now behold, I loose thee this day from the chains which were upon thy hand. Is very important here. Being loose is very important. That's what I was feeling as soon as I saw guard your loins, because there was a message here that guarding your loins is like this tightening. It's like you're scared. You don't want anybody to touch you, or you feel like every movement and gesture have been violated in some way. What's the word? The M word, MOL, in some way. Asked it if, I don't know if you can hear that. I don't really want to say too much because I don't want to trigger anybody, but there's a lot of dark, heavy energy here. But being loose is better than being tight for some of y'all. Being tight is like the New York way of saying it is being angry, like it snap off. And someone may have sexualized that energy, like they like a fight, they like the resistance because they are in RAPIst. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting. So you're being loose from that situation. You're being cut off from that satanic influence that you were dealing with. Okay, so we have messages to go wherever the spirit is leading you. Go wherever you feel like you need to go within yourself. Being able to float around your body and flow with your own circulation. I feel like you have to cut off any specific area because you feel like you're under attack in some way. So yeah, going with the flow, being loose. I feel like this is your wealth because there's a lot of attachment to these words that have to do with money, flow of income, flow of wealth, just allowing your body to circulate and absorb and receive this money and abundance that's coming towards you. All right, so let's get into the cards. We have a lot of energy here to start with. We want to know what you need to hear right now with this energy. What do you need to hear right now? You have 7 of Candles. David and Goliath. So somebody is fighting some big demons right now, or that's how they appear. They appear big, but I feel like it's a projection. Like, yeah, because I got this energy of someone basically, they're talking so loudly, they're just trying to project their voice to make themselves seem big and scary. Like, they're calling in the horses, okay, but they're right next to you. This is a testament to how badly they are being ignored, or how badly they feel like they're being ignored. The louder they are and the more they shout, that just shows you how little people really listen to them, if that makes sense. Because someone who is listened to, they don't need to shout. Mostly those people whisper, because after a while it's like, it just feels like everybody's being nosy. Okay, let's get some more cards. What do you need to hear right now? 9 of Chalices. You're going to win that fight. Whatever that fight is, you're going to win. And it's going to seem like the odds are against you, but you're going to win. And it's going to be like the moment you step up, or like David killed Goliath with a little tiny pebble. So it's like as soon as you put your foot down, everybody's going to scatter. It's going to be like birds, like pigeons. Like you throwing a rock at a group of pigeons who were harassing and bullying you. Okay, then you have 6 of feathers here. And we have this dove. There's birds here as well. This is someone who was following around Ruth. It says, but Ruth replied, don't urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. So it seems like someone is going to watch you defeat your demons, and they're going to want to follow you where you're going. Like, wherever you go, I'll go, because you're clearly the person to be around. They feel safe around you. I feel like these are also people who are safe to follow you. There may be a Judas in the mix, but that's all part of the plan. Okay, and then you have King of Grains. Yeah, you're definitely headed somewhere prosperous, and people are aware of that, so they're trying to get their tickets now and get a good seat so that they can celebrate with you. That's the energy. What you need to hear right now is to hold tight. Well, I guess technically not hold tight. Loosen up. It feels like there's something really important about your wording here. Okay, you have compassionate, understanding, and trustworthy. Maybe to get everything aligned, because your words are very important and people are listening to you. Then you have challenge, determination, and resistance. So we started off with 7 of fire and 7 of candles here. It's the same card. And you have King of water and King of grains here. So it feels like you're moving out of a tumultuous situation, and you're going to enter into a very peaceful, wealthy, and abundant situation where you were feeling like you were under attack, and then now you're feeling like the waters have calmed and cooled, like the storm is over. Then you have the dreamer here and 4 of air. So I feel like I need to move along because I've taken a lot of time here. So you have the dreamer, that's the fool, and then 4 of air. Meditation, recuperation, contemplation. It seems like this started off as a dream, like almost like Alice in Wonderland type of energy. It feels like everything that's happening with you is all in your head. Like you just imagine this whole situation. Okay. Some people are defending you. Like you might have let this go, but the people who watch you go through this battle, it could have been some mental issues you were off at whoever they feel like was the cause of it. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles, and blocks are lifted away. You definitely, whoever is resonating with this energy, you definitely had some mental blocks, and those are cleared up. If you saw a doctor, maybe the doctor diagnosed you with something that was incurable, and you're cured. You received your cure. I feel like this is something important, like you have the ability to heal others. I don't know if that's something that you resonate with. Visualize abundance in all form. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize becomes reality. So you started off with a dream, Maybe it was a nightmare in the beginning, or maybe you intentionally set off to have this nightmare so that you can fight these demons in your dream and once and for all be done with this trauma maybe you were dealing with. That's just like, I'm not going to spend my whole life afraid of this person who I wasn't even afraid of to begin with. This person is afraid of you. They were afraid of your light, and that's why they were attacking and harassing. If this is something you resonate with, someone was being bullied and you stood up, or you're going to stand up to this bully, and they're going to scatter. So let's get some more cards, and then I'm going to close this energy. What do you need to hear right now? What do you need to hear right now, Pile 2? And then I'm going to pull your... What do you need to hear? I'm going to pull your Fool card. There is salvation in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given among men by which we must be saved. Okay. And now I'm hearing that only you know what this name is. Only you know who this person is. So I'm not gonna try and guess. It's between you and Spirit. X412. Okay. The numbers 412 could be important. That could be an area code. Someone could be from Pittsburgh. Then you have Luke 10:27. The King comes. You also have, well, let's just save that for another reading. It says, with all your soul and with all your strength and with all your might, and your neighbor as yourself. Wow. Okay. Loving your neighbor as yourself. Every time I hear that, I see something different. This time I'm seeing actual, like, multiple copies of yourself. Loving yourself over and over and over again. And you're surrounded by yourself. Because your neighbors are copying you anyway. They're copying every single thing you do. All right. So the Hierophant. It's something about tradition that we're going to let go of. Let's see. I'm just curious what your Fool card looks like. And then I'm going to close because... Okay, let's close really soon. Just get your... Okay, one more time. Just get your Fool card. I just want to be present of the Fool card and this dream, this journey that you're on, because there's clearly a journey happening here. It already seems like you're in the right direction. You're going in the right direction. Like you're manifesting. Whatever this is like something you could have responded in the physical world, but you chose to go spiritually. And your Fool is in reverse here. Recklessness, naivety, application, unwise decisions. So we already saw what the energy is with this journey, that you're going to win this battle. But I feel like there's the outward appearance of people feel like you're going up against a giant and like you're never going to win. You're never going to beat this guy or this battle. Don't listen to them. Because, well, that's what I'm picking up from the cards, that you're going to be just fine. And the people, possibly even the people who are doubting you, are going to want to follow you around after they see what you are capable of, because their mind is completely thrown off, because they don't stick by their beliefs. They get caught up in every thought and feeling around them. Okay, but that's the energy I have. To stay strong, stay focused on what you're doing. Even if it's a dream that you're manifesting, that dream is going to be part of your reality, and visualize your abundance right now. If you resonate with that, book a reading with me, subscribe, like, comment, share. Let me know if you resonate in the comments. Really going off on a good start. You're going somewhere really special, okay? I don't know, I feel like there's just so much peace here. With this blindfolded energy, is like people may be saying you're sleeping, or people may be sleeping on you, or something to do with your sight or your vision. That's really important. One way or another, you already know what you want, and you're the one that's gonna make it happen. Okay, so that's Pile 2 energy, and I'm gonna close it there and head over to Pile 3. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You want to know what you need to hear right now? You're asking Spirit for messages and This could be because of your security, something to help you feel more secure in your situation. You could be in a precarious situation. I see a mothering here, mothering and nurturing. I feel like there's a secret child somewhere, or maybe you are secretly helping to raise a child. That's what I'm getting, like this poly type of third party love triangle, third wheel type of situation. If that resonates, let me know. Well, if you don't want to share, I can understand why. Maybe the mother doesn't know or there's a surrogate involved, or maybe you're the surrogate and you have a relationship with the father, but let's not get too deep into it. Well, I'm going to get deeper into the cards and then we'll find out. Okay, so something interesting kept happening as I was reading this passage. My eyes just kept rereading the same line. A lot of people talk about this. This could be something that you go through as well, that they sometimes reread the same passage over and over. So it really sounded like this passage was being repeated even more times, but the verses are repeating. Okay, let me get to it. Whoever this is meant to be for whoever needs to hear this, you are envied by a lot of people. A lot of people find you attractive, but they're because scared to you. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. They feel really insecure. Okay, but it seems like they're willing to do anything, even though no one is technically doing anything for you, and it seems like you're doing a lot on your own. Willing to give their lives for you. I don't know how that makes sense, but they've got plans in their head of everything that they will offer you if they had anything. Maybe they just don't feel like they're worthy of your attention and your affection. I feel like this is a masculine, a divine masculine. I feel like this is a male figure who has a lot of women after him. This is someone who people want to have children by. Like, I'm seeing multiple wives. Like King Solomon having over 1,000 wives. So this could be someone who doesn't realize they are very attractive to women, or even vice versa, a woman who doesn't realize how attractive she is to men because nobody approaches her or him. But at the same time, people have the same kind of feeling about this person, like they would do anything for them. Yeah, drop dead gorgeous is what I'm hearing. Like, people are afraid to die, but at the same time, when they look at you, that's what they feel like their heart stops. It's not saying this exactly, but that's what is coming. That's what I'm getting out of this energy. Like, people are really afraid of just how beautiful this person is. It's terrifying to them. It's saying that people are fainting at the sight of this man. They are passing out. Let's see, falling, quivering. I've never seen this passage before, but I'm getting a vibe like Michael Jackson fans. And this could be someone who doesn't really have a talent per se. I feel like they work a regular job, but they get a lot of attention. This person may be interpreting this attention as being negative, because I feel like at the same time, people are talking a lot of talk, but they're not really showing what they would do. This is so wild. These two passages come from different sections of different Bibles. It's the same exact chapter. So it goes from here saying, making all these promises, I will do this, I will do that. And then I move on because I'm just like, they're just repeating themselves. And I move on and it continues, I will do this, I will do that. So really, it feels like someone is just making a whole lot of promises, but they're not really showing themselves. Or maybe they just like to hear themselves talk. Or that's the only thing that can compensate for the nervousness that they feel. There's something else about nervousness. Like, someone feels so nervous around you that they have to do something else that doesn't really seem like, it's like a hobby. They started a hobby just to calm their nerves because of how they feel. Thinking about you or being around you. This could be a coworker. I feel like this is someone close, but it's also multiple people. So sadly, what feels like it's coming out this energy is I'm not sure. Like, I feel like people will actually watch whoever this person is that's being admired. They will watch this person fall into the grave before they will reach out a helping hand. But the whole time they're just saying what they would do for you. And then if anyone asks them, do they know you? They deny that they know you. I don't know what this is. Like someone could be really struggling right now, but they're like, well, he's so attractive. Like he could be a model. The energy, like you really have to be discovered by Vogue, by, someone really up there. I don't know the names, like Louis Vuitton, or I don't know, like someone really up there. You have to be discovered by them, because everybody that's supposedly going to help get you to the top, they're not doing anything but giving you compliments and just saying how good and amazing you are behind the scenes. They won't even say this to your face. I feel like to your face, they're just staring at you in awe. But it seems like it's something that you will have to understand, that this is them in awe. They're speechless because they might not even be saying things to your face. So that could be what you need to hear, that you could be struggling right now, but you're drop dead gorgeous to the world. The world thinks you're hot. The world thinks you're amazing. Is waiting for you to be discovered, because I feel like they don't personally have the ability to discover you. They're just kind of in shock. So the energy here is that you rose from the dead, and these are the people who watched you literally break through the ground and rise back up. It's like they're watching a zombie walk around. They don't know what to do, and basically you're just gonna walk straight to the top. There's no resistance here. 3 of grains. Okay, you have 3 of grains. That's 3 of people of pentacles. Yeah, around you are making plans. Okay, so here's what's happening. People are talking, and it's the collective consciousness that's leading you forward. There's no resistance. You're going to see your path open up like the Red Sea. You're going to see everybody pretty much just make a way you. Because they can clearly see who you are and that you're someone special. And everyone being in agreement here is what's leading you towards your destiny. I'm seeing a light breaking through the clouds here. Like, that's how I feel like your path is being lighted up. Your reputation precedes you. They're going to know that you came from a dark place. And it's inspired many that you were able to get back up. Then you have the high priest here. Someone's going to come in and a speaker for you, someone to help you get through the doors if you have a stutter or something like that, or maybe you have a hard time putting your words together. You just don't know what to say to the right people. This person's going to act like a manager for you. So I feel like that could be something you need to hear, that is going to be okay. If you don't feel fully equipped to deal with the type of stardom that you're starting to realize is happening around you, you're going to have someone come in and take that place. And they also know what to do. They know that this is their job. It's not like a situation where they're taking advantage of you. They're stepping up to the plate because they realize this is their responsibility, and they're ready to do it. And you have 4 of candles. This is stability, support. This is you having all that you need. I'm seeing 3, 5, 4, also 3, 4, 5. You having all that you need, not being in need in any way whatsoever. Clothes, food, shelter, activities, women, men, whatever you do, money, obviously. I say activities. Yeah, like also like your curriculum or your agenda. What's it called? Like your itinerary is going to be full. Then you have Page of Feathers here. I'm getting an androgynous, androgyny, like this could be a man or a woman, but if it's a man, this person has a very feminine appearance, or if it's a woman, some can call this a masculine appearance. Whatever it is attractive to the public or whoever your audience is. More energy on what Pile 3 needs to hear. Queen of Fire. And then you have this mothering here. Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands. Intelligent, exuberant, determined. But who's this Queen of Fire? And then you have a lion right here. I feel like you have really tamed the beast. Maybe that's why you went under, or that's what caused you to go under. Taming the beast, your own emotions, your own ability to get excited over big deals. Like I feel like you have the option, you have the capability of receiving huge news and not getting overly excited about it. Success, recognition, enthusiasm, the sun. What other people are in shock about is just an everyday thing for you. This could be your stardom. This could be coming into a large sum of money, having a large audience, or just people knowing who you are. I'm seeing Keanu Reeves riding a train type of energy where nobody's really all in his face. They're not saying much, but they are in shock and they recognize there's a huge star in their presence. Like, I'm just seeing pathways being opened up for you. You're not going to have trouble. Because you already overcame what was the most struggle for you, which was to basically give yourself, breathe life back into yourself, give yourself life. This is the will. It's the fortunate card, the fortune, will of fortune, luck, progress, change. So there's some money coming towards you. That's what I'm seeing. Money, a large, large, large sum of money in the 300 millions possibly. And it's going to be like, this is just normal to you. I feel like you could go from being homeless to living in a mansion or something like that, and it's just normal. Like, your soul hasn't changed because you defeated death. One more card for this energy. What do you need to hear? What does pile 3 need to hear? I feel like you definitely got this in a bag. Look, the star card is coming up. And I turned this over accidentally. So King of Fire, Queen of Fire, the star card. I feel like the energy is, it's just like, it's so easy. Everything's flowing right now and you're inspiring so many people. You could be fulfilling people's dreams and wishes just by existing, because they just feel like your energy is just so free and available, and it lifts people up just to be in your presence. I'm hearing it's not faith, it's science, what you did, or hoping it's something you can't see, but you can see the results. You can see the progress. You're doing what you believe in, and you see the results of this. Get up. Look, someone rose up. Someone rose from the dead. Someone definitely rose from the dead. You have get up here. Whoa. Like, rise up. Okay, so you have the ability to raise people up from the dead. I am kind of speechless. I feel like this is how people are around you. Like, they just kind of go dead, almost like you, in some ways, suck the life out of them. But it's like you take their breath away. You have so much life in you that you take people's breath away. Maybe that's why people don't really say much around you, because it's like the cat has got their tongue. Knock, knock, who's there? Peter eats a soldier. What? Peter eats and a soldier believes. Okay. You're restoring people's faith. I'm curious to know more about this story. Like, what took you under? I could look at the death card. I mean, there's a lot of positive energy here. I don't feel like this is really like putting a, let's just see. I don't feel like it's too negative to check out the death card. Like, what was it that sent you under? Because you definitely didn't stay under long. Let's look up the death card. Past and present. There's the sun right there. Maybe this isn't something that you're interested in. You already know. Key down. Wow, it's like all the way back here. The death card is the very last card on the page. Wow. Okay. That's so significant. I feel like you were at the very end, but you were like a leader, like a lone wolf leading the pack from the back, making sure everybody else got their food, making sure everybody got their home and was settled and taken care of. Transformation, ending a cycle, transition, time, necessary change. Like, nice people finish last in this. in this reading, and you let people ahead of you. Card being at the very end, the very last card in the deck. And I was almost nervous about picking it because there's so much light in this reading that I didn't want it to cast a shadow. But it seems like you went through hard times purposely so that you could make sure that everyone was okay. Maybe in your family. This is some really sweet energy. That's why people are in shock. I feel like because they didn't really want you to go down in the first place. But the fact that you actually got back up is just like everything's okay. Pay yourself first. Wow. Maybe this is what you need to hear. I'm literally talking about the nicest person finishing last, the death card being at the end, and then this is your card of abundance. Pay yourself first. So now that you rose up, you're going straight to the top. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. This is a beautiful card. I never even saw this card in the deck. And there's something interesting about her arms. Those polka dots on her arms. Like a camel, and she's stretching up her neck. Or not a camel, but a giraffe. And she's got this animal print. It's so fierce. And then she's got the African patterns in the back. This is beautiful. Pay yourself first. Wow. I'm so touched by this reading and this energy. If you resonated with that, let me know in the comments. Book a personal reading if that's something you're interested in. Like, share, comment. I don't even know what to say about this. And then you have this African lion here. Like, I feel like this is just so inspiring to someone. If this is something you need to hear, like, you might have been at the very end making sure everyone was okay, giving everybody a leap, like people, like a boost up over the fence. Like people, like you were purposely allowing people to climb over your shoulders and over your back. And some are saying they walked all over you. Like you let people walk all over you so that they could have a chance, because you knew as soon as you got up, you was going to take it all, because it's all yours. It was you anyway. All right. And if you're feeling insecure, you definitely don't have to feel that way unless you choose. Your confidence is just overwhelming. Okay, but that's all I have for pile 3. Let me know if that resonated, and I'll see you in the next one.